this world? What have they done to us? What did they do to us?
Because I want to talk about the flack that, or the trolls that Barry Young has been getting, which makes no sense to me. Emma sent me an email, said, "Yo, you should talk about how he's been getting no press or no promotion from some of the people like Topher Field or Rukshan or whatever." So I don't know. I haven't been following up on that, and that could just be, I don't know, many different things. But what I'm confused about is Melbourne Risers. Like, I don't want to hang shit or call anyone out, but this guy on Twitter, which I wanted to show his what do you call it? Sorry, I'm really fucking struggling here. But I wanted to show his tweets about Barry Young, and he's just been hanging shit on Barry Young, saying the whole thing is a Psy-Op. And it doesn't make sense to me. Why would it be a Psy-Op? Because Barry Young is going out on a limb here, and he's come out with the data. So I don't get why he would do that. Like, what? Because then you might be making other people think that, who haven't thought so before, that the vaccines are dangerous. So why would you do that as a Psy-Op? I don't understand why this guy.
So I just came back. So what are you saying, that the whole leak, it was a Psy-Op?
Yeah,
or they're saying there's a Psy-Op.
There's a
Everybody
guy
says
called,
every time.
yeah,
Every time something happens, people call Psy-Op. It's too much. It's once again, it's the
too
pendulum
much.
swinging. I don't believe for a second he is. I do believe that he may not have his statistics 100%. I got into a few word wars over when I posted his actual stats, all the information that he'd posted and the numbers, and like, vaccine number, whatever, and how many people got it and how many people died. And then and a lot of people were saying that his stats don't take into this into consideration, and they don't take that into consideration, and he's done a very big broad stroke with the sword, and it doesn't really give fair numbers, and it's blah 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 fucking blah. And my response to it every single time was, it doesn't matter if he's 100% or not in his numbers. The fact is that the numbers are there, and they're hiding the numbers from everybody else, and he's leaked them, and there's a big, huge blow up. Now, when they were talking about how many people have COVID, they didn't seem to give a fuck about making sure it wasn't a big, broad stroke either. They were doing the same thing he did. They just compiled all the numbers and said, this is the main number. And it didn't matter if someone had gone into the hospital with a gunshot wound and died, or died from something that they were already dying from. There were people in palliative care that were being called COVID cases. Like, everything was a COVID case to make the numbers pump. And now that it's happening the other way around, it's a big problem. Well, you guys set the standard. That's a little bit of the pot calling the kettle black. They set the standard on how the numbers were looked at and used throughout the entire pandemic, and there's more than enough evidence of that. So then this guy just goes, well, he's just got all the numbers of all the vaccines and all the numbers of all the deaths, and he's just said this is what it is. Now, if that seems fucked up, then it probably is. Yeah, too much milk.
I found it too. So
drink of water.
I'll just
go and get a water quick.
Bring it up. So I found like the sort of stuff that this guy, his name's Ed, he runs Rise Melbourne, and I can't for the life of me figure out why he's just decided that it's a Psy-Op.
It is a bit weird that people do, but everyone thinks Elon's a Psy-Op, and they think Joe Rogan's a bloody shill.
Yeah, but I think,
It's Levi.
I think a lot of people are fallible, and and they've just made the mistake. New Zealand has made the mistake of just having this one data operator and not making measures to make sure that, they've got security measures with, they were just stupid. I think people are just fallible, like the politicians. Look at all the fucking mistakes they make all the time. So
all the time.
All the time. So, I mean, yeah, there is, I'm not sure if there's a real cabal, but I think there's people that consider themselves the elite. Hello. Yeah, so there is. But let me read this out so it makes sense, which doesn't make sense to me. Hello.
Hi.
Hi. How you going?
You got to go to bed, Chucky. She can't hear because I got the headphones on.
Good.
It's probably for the best.
Whistleblower Psy-Op takes another dramatic turn. This is laughable. Watch as Barry Young, out on bail and facing 7 years jail, discusses topics that could potentially increase his jail time. Laugh it up with Liz Gunn, who was allegedly in hiding and fearing for her life. Get serious. We've been had once again. Psy-Op confirmed. But it's like, how's he just confirmed the Psy-Op? How is any of this convincing me that it's a Psy-Op? It doesn't. It makes no. I just don't know. And Liz Gunn actually commented somewhere, and she basically said, backed up Barry, and then he said, "I'll talk to you in person." The Vax whistleblower Psy-Op takes another dramatic turn. This is laughable. It's completely staged. Watch as Barry Young, out on bail and facing 7 years. Oh, so it's the same. Yeah, but there was one with Liz Gunn, and she basically backed up Barry. But then he said, "Oh, I'll talk to you in private." But I'm not sure if that happened or not. Yeah, I don't know. Here we go. Someone's backing her up. I worked with Liz for a few months in 21. She's legit, passionate, very misguided, okay, and a poor leader, but definitely legit. I stepped aside when I saw the reality. There is absolutely no way she's part of a Psy-Op. Now I know your info is not to be trusted. Maybe you're the Psy-Op. Yeah, that's what. Yeah, I just don't get it. I don't understand why you're coming up with this.
There are certain people, as soon as something's like once you have a hammer in your toolbox, everything becomes a nail. Everything. It's the flat Earth. I call it the flat Earth syndrome. Everything is questionable, but you get to a point where you may as well not even get out of bed because maybe that's not real. Maybe nothing's real. Like it gets too much. You can't even move forward anymore. So you've got to just take what you can. People will call everybody a Psy-Op. They'll call us Psy-Ops at a certain point. You get a big enough following, or you get enough. You say something loud enough, and then suddenly you're the Psy-Op.